welcome to Revsportz. Who would have thought that a dead rubber would turn into a drama story? Because what even happened in this match between India and Sri Lanka? India's putting up 202 runs on the scoreboard and Sri Lanka almost chasing it down, scoring 2 extra runs in that super over. But then again, in the very first ball of India's batting innings, India sealed the victory. But now all focus is on that final, India versus Pakistan, for the first time in the Asia Cup. 41 years of history, yet this is happening for the very first time. And what are the chances that it's happening when the tensions between the two countries are sky high? Boria.
Very well put. I mean, the tensions have been at its absolute peak, right? I mean, peak since May. Very bad flashpoint has been reached. Tempers are frayed. I think provocation and incitement have taken way more headlines and newsprint compared to the action on the field. Irresponsible behavior is continuing. Everything around us tells me that this is a volcano waiting to erupt. So in that situation, the two teams meet again. Twice India has beaten Pakistan. Can it be 3 in a row? Quality-wise, India better. Skill-wise, India better. But more importantly, mentally, I think India has the edge. Will Hardik Pandya play? If he doesn't, he's a clutch player. They will assess him because of cramps. Abhishek is fine. Tilak is fine. But the Hardik Pandya story is an important one ahead of the final. But Gargi's point is well taken. The ambience, the atmosphere around us is certainly not conducive for a good game of cricket. So I don't think the match will reach those standards. And that is because both teams will feel the pressure.
Both teams will absolutely feel the pressure because, Ashok, every single person, be it a journalist, be it ex-cricketers or even the fans, every single person that I've talked to are actually fearful of their own safety because tensions will rise sky high. We know that the public is charged, emotions are charged, and when those two marry each other, we know what can happen when there's a crowd forming or God forbid, a Pakistan win happens, it will get volatile.
Oh yes, absolutely. I think things have reached a flashpoint, as I said. It is very critical to behave in a responsible manner. That hasn't happened. And as a result, there is a lot of chatter outside the ground and not really about the cricket. The smallest of incidents can actually flare up very, very rapidly. And I do hope that people will take care and ensure that it doesn't go out of control.
You know, Boria, I will not reveal who this person was, but someone very important was sitting right next to me, all right? And we were having this conversation about Mohsin Naqvi and those tweets and incitement and provocation of the public. And we came to a very interesting conclusion that those two tweets, Mohsin Naqvi yesterday morning as well, or rather afternoon, Dubai time, posted the same video of Cristiano Ronaldo doing that plane celebration, and we sort of suddenly observed that those two tweets came in exactly when BCCI put their claim out, or that whole hearing thing happened.
Yeah, I mean, I had said this on the show the other night that it was timed accordingly. I also think that it was a deliberate act. It was a well thought out act. It was an act to provoke. It was an act to incite. It was an act to rile India up. It was an act to try and get under India's skin. But I think India plays it very smart. So far, they have played it very smart. They have, completely insulated the players. The ICC release did not come out, which I thought, again, is a very, very good thing to do from the mother body. Very diplomatic. It will come out on Monday. And if I understand right, India will go for Naqvi. India will tread its guns on Naqvi because they know that if the players are pulled up, Naqvi is vulnerable. If the players are pulled up, means the players are at fault. What is the fault? Fault is of provocation. Fault is of incitement. Fault is of trying to use gestures. What has Rauf done? Rauf has done this. So if this can be incitement or provocation, what has Naqvi done?
Yeah.
Naqvi has done the same thing. So I think the Indians know that they have Naqvi in a corner. And now they will go for the jugular for Naqvi the moment the Asia Cup is over. I think India knows this chess game that they've got control. I think they are maneuvering their queen and their bishop and their rook in a manner that they will now push the opponent's king in a spot. I think Naqvi has lost this one. I absolutely think India is in control of this chess game. I'll be very surprised Very, very surprised if India misses the plot from here.
Ashok, because we're talking about Naqvi and him facing the consequences of his actions, especially those two tweets, one thing has gone under the rug, and it is those two press conferences that were cancelled, that were boycotted, whatever you want to call it, from the Pakistan team. And you know that match would delay by 1 hour. Sure, it was done in consultation with ACC and the UAE team at that point. But again, if you talk about those two press conferences from a broadcaster's perspective, would you not be mad?
Oh, absolutely. These are contractual obligations and, go a long way to drive viewership, engagement, and eventually monetization. So missing that out would actually be a big blow to the broadcasters, and they need to answer for that. The delay, I had said on a previous show that it is actually holding stakeholders to ransom. It's completely below the belt in terms of an action that needs to be taken. And for the broadcaster, obviously, the amount of time that is spent on figuring out when the match should start, keeping in mind audiences, not just in their primary target markets, but worldwide markets, you can't just change it by 1 hour and say it's all normal. It doesn't work that way.
Boria, going back to those two press conferences, can Pakistan be pulled up? Question number one. Question number two is from a journalistic perspective. A lot of our journalist friends have been part of Pakistan press conferences, and none of those press conferences did they get to ask a question. Please.
Outright disgraceful. The fact that Indian media has not been allowed to ask questions in a Pakistan press conference is outright disgraceful. It tells me two things. One, the Pakistan captain or whoever is addressing the press is not good enough to answer the media. When someone says do and die, that's the problem. I've got no problems with Sahibzada Farhan not knowing English. I don't know Urdu either. But the fact is, if I don't know Urdu, I will not speak in Urdu. I will not go and say do and die. Somebody ought to have explained to Sahibzada Farhan, here do and die means this. Do and die means karke mar rahe ho. So that is what he actually did. He had the handle of the bat
Pointed
towards
to
his
himself.
side. Khud ko goli mar raha hai. So marne do. We know that these people don't have that much brains. But the fact is, it also tells me that these Pakistan players are uncomfortable facing the Indian media, and that is why they are resorting to such kind of antics. Number two, you asked me about pulling up. Can they do that or not? 100% they can. 100% they can, because now they will go by ICC tournament protocol. Yes, ACC convention and all of that, but now the matter has reached the ICC. Hearings have happened, Suomoto hearings have happened, players have been pulled up. Now India will play. You know what? I'm telling you this. India is winning this diplomatic game. The fact that it has been pushed to Monday, India knows they've taken the team back. India knows they're outside of the ACC now. This matter is now at ICC. India will isolate Pakistan at ICC. This chess game is just about to start. Anyone who thought the Asia Cup drama is over, it is absolutely not over. India knows that they've kind of given the check to Pakistan. It is a question when the mate will happen. But the fact is, India has got Pakistan in the corner.
Ashok, continuing on that thing, the question that I asked Boria. Now, if you go back to that practice session ahead of the second India versus Pakistan game, where Mohsin Naqvi, while we were doing our show, walked into the practice session, had a chat with the Pakistani players. It was when Rohit Juglan, Chubayan Chakrabarti and other Indian journalists went up to Mr. Mohsin Naqvi. They asked, we want to ask you questions. When are you going to speak to us? Mohsin Naqvi turned back and replied, we will talk soon. When?
We are still waiting for that conversation. And, that's my point, which is that India has gone out and put out its stance there. Very clear speaking by whoever they have nominated for the press conference. We are yet to hear a counter argument or a counter stance. Instead, what we get is mischievous acts on social media, which is not expected of a professional team at this kind of level. The second point is that, Mohsin Naqvi coming in at that stage of the tournament and then Pakistan announcing that a mental conditioning coach has been included.
Yeah.
It begets a question as to what were you doing all this while? Did you suddenly realize that you need mental conditioning at this kind of level? Did you at this point of time realize that somebody needs to fly in and build confidence for them? It all seems too knee-jerk for a professional international outfit.
Boria, what happened with the mental conditioning coach?
No,
Is he
Pakistan.
still with the team?
Yeah, he is
Oh,
Dr. Rahil. I mean, Pakistan will say that he's done wonders because they think they beat any
Bangladesh.
team and they think they've beaten India. So if you see the reaction, they say, "अरे क्या हो गया? दौड़ रहे हैं, भाग रहे हैं, पागल हो गए." You've beaten Bangladesh. You've beaten Bangladesh for God's sake, and you think your job is done. If you see the relief, if you actually see the 11 runs here, you've won by 11 runs defending 135. If you are that happy against Bangladesh defending 135, trust me, then you have to play, I don't know, I mean, what level? I've been saying this for the longest time that only a miracle can save Pakistan. I think India's got their wake-up call. India will come all guns blazing. India will have their bases covered. Their middle order is firing now. Sanju Samson has scored at number 5. He will have the confidence. Gill has scored. Abhishek Sharma, player of the tournament. Suryakumar Yadav perhaps did not get the hit that he deserves or needs, but he came out and that showed confidence in the super over. So the Indian captain knows that every base for India is now covered. So I'm telling you, all of a sudden, even in the evening, I was feeling the tension, the heat, that it's Pakistan. All of a sudden, I tend to think, and I'm being candid here, mind, heart, both says India, and quite comfortably India.
Wow, this is the first time we've actually heard you say that. So this is a strong statement coming from Boria. Ashok and Boria, I want to ask you both this question. Let's focus on India now a little bit because we've seen till the penultimate game of India's penultimate game in the tournament, we've seen tinkering with the lineup. Shivam Dube being dropped. Yes, we saw the same sort of lineup against in the UAE game as well against against Oman at Abu Dhabi. But Shivam Dube was still in the team. Do you think when it comes to the final, Shivam Dube might just be out of the playing 11?
It could well be. I think today what we saw was Arshdeep actually coming in. Of course, he gave away about 24 or 26 runs in the first 2 overs. But in the second 2 overs, he came back and took control and took charge. Of course, under the watchful gaze of the captain Suryakumar Yadav. I think the way they organized the fielding, the way they bowled to a plan, it was wonderful to watch. And then, of course, the team had the confidence to ask him to come and bowl in the super over, where he delivered like how. I think with that, he may just have kind of made his case out very strongly. I'd also argued a little while earlier that if somebody were to come and play a knock like Kusal Pereira did or Pathum Nissanka did, and in a T20 game, it can happen, that's where you may need a little bit more of bowling firepower, and therefore it might just be the right call. That's my take.
All right. I want to add to that, and my point is it's a straight swap. If Hardik Pandya doesn't pull up, it'll be Shivam Dube. And if Hardik Pandya does pull up, then it becomes an interesting call. Are you retaining Arshdeep Singh or not? So if it will depend, I think, on Hardik Pandya now. The reason Dube was preferred is because he was a backup all-rounder for Hardik Pandya. It could well be that you see Dube stepping out for Hardik Pandya. In that case, Arshdeep Singh and Jasprit Bumrah will open the bowling. You will get a Shivam Dube more for the batting in the middle order, and he will have to do that job for Hardik. I would absolutely want Hardik to come and play, but now Gargi, based on the cramps, how Hardik holds up, how he pulls up in the next 36 hours, Shivam Dube will be India's backup. They know they have that base covered. They know they have got a replacement, more or less like for like. Obviously, Hardik is a greater player, but Shivam Dube has not done too badly. So I think it will also depend on that. From what I've seen with Arshdeep Singh, I think Pakistan batting is very fragile. And I think India should go in for the kill up front. You get 2-3 wickets up front like Bangladesh did, India will nail them. And when I look at that lineup, a Sahib Zada Farhan, a Saim Ayub who doesn't score, a Hussain Talat, a Salman Agha, a Mohammad Nawaz, that top order doesn't inspire any confidence. When I compare a Kusal Pereira and a Pathum Nissanka with the top order of Pakistan, except Fakhar Zaman, who is a top-notch performer, I don't think any other player in that Pakistan top order evokes any kind of confidence against a quality bowling attack.
Absolutely. Now, still staying on India, Ashok, are you concerned about Suryakumar Yadav's form?
Good question. Yes and no. I think if you look at what happened today, we were expecting the middle order to get that much needed time out in the middle, and they did it beautifully with Tilak Verma scoring that 49. Aksar got his time. Sanju came in very well. So, and if you saw the previous match, Hardik scored pretty much there, and therefore it's only Surya who's yet to get that act right. To that extent, yes. The counterpoint is that the way he marshaled the team today, I think he was oozing loads of confidence. The way he got that things under control while it was threatening to kind of slip out, that augurs well for the team. So I think given that his confidence is up, I think it's a matter of time before he comes into the finals and delivers.
Boria, no complaints when it comes to captaincy. Some real good proactive captaincy from Suryakumar Yadav yesterday, but the bat stays silent.
Fair point. The captaincy was brilliant. I mean, I thought Surya was involved. Surya was marshalling his troops beautifully, calling the players together, getting the field in order. Even if there was a misfield, he was pushing the players a little bit, asking them to come faster, get their bowlers together. The way he changed Varun Chakravarti, Kuldeep Yadav changed the ends at 114 for 1. Sri Lanka had the game. From there on to push India back into the game, I thought that leadership was stellar. But I also agree with you, with the bat, Surya needs some runs. I thought coming into bat at 3 was the right call. He could have spent a little bit more time. That sweep shot of Vanindu Hasaranga wasn't on. From middle stump, it wasn't on. But I honestly believe Suryakumar Yadav is just there. One knock away, one hit away. He's got his head in the right place. He's a calm guy. He knows it's a big final. He will know that there are others behind him who can do the job. So he will not feel that extra pressure. Yes, under captaincy, you feel that, I've got to step up and deliver. But with an Abhishek Sharma and Shubman Gill, and with a Tilak Verma and Sanju Samson, he knows he's well protected and taken care of. But I will back Suryakumar Yadav for the final.
Ashok, I'm going to ask you about Shaheen Shah Afridi. If he gets, I'm keeping track, don't worry. If he is able to penetrate India's top order in the power play, will you be concerned?
I think we have seen enough occasions, to kind of come to a conclusion on that. I think, the way the opening pair has been batting, the way they have been notching up that target of 70 runs in the power play overs in the first 6 overs, and then the middle order coming in and then firing, and then India's batting depth batting all the way up to number 8. I don't see that as a big one. And in the matches that we have played so far, we haven't seen anything from Shaheen Shah Afridi, which is making me come to that conclusion. And therefore, I think all the ingredients of that batting network are now more or less in place, and it's all up to the finals to come and deliver. I think India is going to put in a stellar performance there.
All right, Boria, from what reports are saying and from what I've heard, Mohsin Naqvi will be flying into Dubai today. Will he also walk into Pakistan practice if they're doing it?
I don't think they should do it. I mean, I think they will also want an extra day's rest, but they did have an extra day's rest, so could be an optional training session for them. As far as Naqvi is concerned, it's routine because he's supposed to present the trophy. As ACC president, he's supposed to present the trophy. If Pakistan doesn't win, will he come out there and present the trophy to Suryakumar Yadav?
We'll have to wait and see.
Which is likely. I don't know if Mr. Naqvi will want that photograph. That could well be the photograph of the tournament. Mr. Naqvi handing over the trophy to the Indian captain and Suryakumar Yadav giving a cheeky smile. Who knows? Who knows? This Asia Cup has thrown so many surprises. And you know what? Let me make this spicy. If Suryakumar Yadav wants to be a little cheeky, so he takes the trophy and he does this. That would be stellar.
Surya, are you watching this?
Honestly, Suryakumar Yadav accepts the trophy from Mohsin Naqvi and he does the CU and he does this. I'm a Ronaldo fan.
Okay.
Big deal. And give it back to Mohsin Naqvi. Then, if Surya is pulled up, Naqvi has to be pulled up. It's as simple as that. Play that chess game, win that chess game, mate it here, and that's game, set, match, check and mate.
I think we should end it on that note. This is a checkmate. This is a chess game now. This is more than cricket. It's on field, but it's also off the field. We'll be back very soon. We'll be bringing you all the updates from Ground Zero. India likely to have an optional practice session in the evening, so we'll be live from there as well. Thank you so much for joining, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel.